because I'm in the mood for sharing something that annoys the fuck out of me about black folks and spirituality. You're starting to have a spiritual conversation, and for some reason, the black person you're talking to decides to use the word nigga towards you. This is where I get pissed off. Why? Because that language is not supposed to exist within a spiritual concept. Why? That's not our language spiritually. That is a cultural problem, not a religious or spiritual problem. Therefore, that shit needs to not happen because that irritates the fuck out of me. That's all I really want to say. The reason why I keep looking that direction is because I'm waiting for my bus. But yeah, it's for me to express the fact that degrading language or culturally degrading language within a spiritual context is not okay. It don't work that way. If you're going to be spiritual, then speak only spiritual language. If you're going to be cultural, then only speak cultural language, but you can't do both at the same time and be right. It don't work that way. I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm not done being irritated about the situation. So, to go further about what I was saying a few moments ago about culture versus spirituality, I recognize that I recognize within a spiritual context that within the Muslim community there's this thing of blacks don't want to imitate Arab culture. I understand, but when you're trying to bring your ignorant black ways into spirituality, what makes you think that the ignorant black way is somehow better than the Arab way? Mind you, the Arab way is actually more authentic than the black way, which is really just a colored version of what white men taught black people from slavery. Am I trying to be ugly or disrespectful? No, just speaking of the fact that reality is what's outside of the arts, as in music and paintings and things in the art life. Black culture is essentially just a colored version of what the white man taught the black man, courtesy of slavery. Therefore, can you really, to this point, I really feel that Arab culture, Jewish culture, from a text point of view, is more authentic than black culture is. Not trying to be ugly. Even Nigerian culture, South African culture, these cultures are authentic because they know who they are. So I have a bit of a problem when blacks say that they don't want to imitate another culture, but they had no problem with showing their color in a spiritual setting, meaning using the term nigga, which I cannot stand the term at all, using the term in a spiritual setting, and then being at peace with that. So you're gonna be you Muslim or Christian, you're saying that Jesus would be okay with using a derogatory. Jewish people don't do that. Only a sick person who already doesn't like themselves is okay with using a word that's degrading of themselves. That's like in today's times, a Jewish person from Germany is calling each other Heine. Are you not listening to yourself? What Jewish person of today do you know that purposely refers to themselves in a derogatory way? None. Why? Because they, unlike some other folks, got sense. That's all.